In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can become an absolute boss at your keywords for your low content and no content books for self-publishing on Amazon KDP. Now, a lot of authors who make low content and no content books, I have noticed, come up with an idea and then run away and go and make it. And then afterwards think, well, now I need to go and find the keywords for this particular book. But oh no! The keywords are so competitive, they're never going to be discovered on the Amazon search. So what I always like to do is to come up with the keywords first. That way you know that once you have your keywords, you can then make your book, and then that book is going to have a chance to be found because you've done your proper keyword research. Now, when I'm talking about keyword research, you want to make sure that whatever keywords that you are selecting for your particular book have lots of searches on the Amazon search, but have relatively low competition. In my previous videos, you've seen me looking for particular keywords that have low amounts of competition in the searches. But what we need to know is how many searches of that particular keyword is done every month. And the absolute best way that you can do this is by using Publisher Rocket. And even people who have Publisher Rocket, I have found sometimes, well, majority of the time, are not using it in the best possible way for finding keywords. So in this video, I'm going to show you the way that I do it. And I'm even going to make it a little bit of a challenge and pick a niche which is really saturated and show you that you can still find good keywords in any niche. So let's boot up the screen and take a look. Okay, so this screen grab is one continuous take. I'm not going to do any edits. It's only going to take me around 10 minutes to do this. So this is the Publisher Rocket screen. There's lots of different things that you can select, but today I am going to just have a look at how we can find great keywords. Okay, so make sure that we're set to the correct country in the top right hand corner. We're at US at the moment, so let's click on keywords and we're going to look for colouring books. So what we do, the method I do is I always start with a single word. So colouring, yeah. So if we type in colouring, and we make sure that we're selected book, not Kindle. So if we just pull to here, go to books, and let's search that, and it will find us keywords with colouring. Obviously, it'll start with colouring, and then it'll spur off. And what you want to do here is it shows us the keyword, it can show us the average pages, number of competitors, the average price, the average monthly earnings, the estimated searches, which is important, and the competition score, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to click Analyze, which is the orange button for every one of those things, and here we go. So you can see here in green we've got great number of searches, and in red is the competition score, okay, which means it's very competitive, okay? So we're going to go down all of these and we're going to analyze them all, okay? Now, the main thing that we need to check here is the number of searches and the competition score, okay? So what we're wanting to do is wanting to find lots of searches with a low competition score. And to make it easy for you guys, the software owner has basically got this. Look, there's one that's yellow. That's moderately competitive. They've done this kind of color coding system. Now, I use this. And you know, it's pretty good, okay? So and I'll go through what it means in a second, but here we go. So look at all these. We've got greens, reds and yellows, okay? Now what we can do with all these keywords is we can grab it all, copy it and put it into a separate spreadsheet, all the good ones, okay? So we've ordered this so that all the top searches are at the top, okay? And if we just go to this little spreadsheet that I've made here, I've got this little general rule column here, right? So if you've got green in the searches and green competition score, that's a great keyword, yeah? If you've got yellow in the searches and green competition score, that's very good. If you've got green in the searches and a yellow in the competition score, that's good. Yellow and yellow is okay, and any red is utter crap. So, I think it's fairly straightforward to kind of understand. So what we're going to do is, now that we've looked at the colouring, we're going to pull out any that are good, okay, or higher. So let's have a look through this stuff. So we can see here there's one there, colouring utensils. That's obviously not for books, is it? Okay, so this is a good one here, colouring in the car, 2 greens, which means it's a great keyword. So let's copy that and let's paste it into our little table, see? So straight away we've got a good keyword there. Fantastic. Let's see if there's any more here. Got 2 yellows there. They're okay, but that's pencils. We're not bothered. And then we've got a red there. So, okay, so the first word, colouring, we've got 1 good keyword there. So what we can do now is think of, let's colouring, and then the next natural word would be what? Books. So colouring books. So the next keyword we're going to look for is colouring books. Make sure it's selected on books, and then let's go and get them rocket. And there it goes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, again, press all of these to analyse them all. Once the whole thing is analysed, then we will order the searches so that the top searches are at the top, okay? Then we will scroll down, like we did with the previous one, to find the green greens or the green yellows or the yellow greens, okay? So let's go up here. Okay, order it. So the top search is at the top. Let's pull this down. See, because we've got reds. Any reds we don't want. Oh, hello, what's this? Colouring books hurls. So that's obviously a spelling mistake. We can put it in, I think put it all in, and then later on we can kind of, delete ones which we're not keen on and things like that. So let's stick that in. It's got a high number of searches. Still has a decent competitive score considering it's a spelling mistake. What's this? Colouring books bulk. That's maybe not too relevant. Colouring books under 10. Well, that's a pretty good one, Stick that in. Let's stick that in. And as you can see, or colouring books kawaii, if I've pronounced that right, who knows? But there's 3 there that we can paste in. There we go, very good. And as you can see, we're only doing the green yellows, yellow greens, or green greens, and we're just staying away from the reds. Okay. So what we can do is layer it up again. So we need to think, what's the next natural word? Colouring books. What about 4? Colouring books 4. So let's type that in. Make it on books. Colouring books 4. And you can see this method, it's kind of, you start off with a single word, then the next word, then the next word. And one of the things people do, or other authors do, is they'll go in straight with a long string of words, which, and then and then don't find what they're looking for straight away and think, I don't know what they're doing. So start off simple and we'll go keyword fishing. Yeah. So again, what I'm doing here is I'm just clicking on all of these, analyze them all. We are keyword fishing. Yeah, that's what I should have said. Keyword fishing. So all the way down, click them all, and I can see as they're starting to analyze and the data is starting to come through, we are seeing a lot of green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow. Right, so let's analyze all these, and just like we did with the last one, we're going to order it at the top by highest number of searches first. So let's pull it up here. Let's give that a click. There we go. So the highest numbers. Now we're going to pull it down until we start seeing the green yellows. Here we go. So colouring books for adults easy. Now that's a decent one, isn't it? It's got a high amount of searches. Very good. So let's get that in there. Okay, let's scroll down again. Oh, look, there's another one. You see? And, remember, that this, is colouring books are very competitive. But this just proves that with just using the correct kind of method, you can find, great keywords very easily using Publisher Rocket. So, look, colouring books for seniors. There we go. Let's get that in there. And this is giving you ideas for what books to make. Okay, find the keywords first. And look, he's a bunch of good ones here. Look at them. Whoa, look at these beauties. Look at these beauts. Copy those, put them in there. Find the keywords first. Then once you've got a good idea of what's a good keyword, then make the book.
yeah, not the other way around. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so there's quite a few in this one, which is good. But as you'll find, as you niche down, you do tend to find these little treasure trove keywords. Okay, so we've got all those. Let's get it down there. Okay, so I think we've got that one. So colouring book for, we can pick this for anything. Could be for toddlers, could be for kids, but I think we're going to put colouring book for adults. Let's go colouring book for adults, and let's see what it's going to throw up. What ideas is it's going to give us? Yeah, colouring book for adults. Okay, so let's click on there. Very good. Here we go. So now look at all this. There's loads. So again, same method. Press all the analyze buttons all the way down to the bottom. Yeah. Once we've done that, we were going to order it at the top so that the highest searches are at the top. Then we'll simply scroll down and get all the green greens, green yellows, yellow greens. And even the yellow yellows. Why not? Let's go for it. So pull it to the top. We've done all that. Let's order it. There we go. So avoid the reds. And let's just pick out all the ones that we like. So look at that. Colouring books for adults, easy. Colouring books for adults, high. Jesus. Oh, God. Publisher rocket. You funny little bugger. Anyway, yeah, so get all those in. And, you know, what I'm doing here is I'm creating a list of keywords. And you just go through it. Once you've got it, you go through it and you kind of sanity check it. The ones that you don't like, the keywords you don't like, you throw them away, don't you? Yeah. There's a lot of ones on here which have got kind of trademarks and you know what I mean? Things like, there was one there for like Encanto, which is obviously a Disney. You know, there's one there for Star Wars, you know, and let's put them in just so we've got them there. Look, there's Star Wars, yeah. Let's put them in so they're there. But what we can do is we can take them away at the end, okay? And this method of just following the colours, I found is a very effective method for myself when I'm assigning keywords to my low content and no content words, books, sorry, should I say. Okay, so I think we have done that. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got. So we're not going to do another one. We could go down again for something else if we wanted to, but I think for the purposes of this video, we should have a look at this. So look at all those great keywords we found. Now, you can even order it again on this particular sheet, you know, to sort of have all the high searches at the top, and then you can kind of pull it down. But there's look at them all. There's loads. You could do all sorts with this stuff. And you know what I would say, look, if you just order it here, if you just press the filter button, sorry, let me just do this properly, press the filter button here, and now we can order it on how we want. So we can order it so that we can bring the highest ones at the top. Okay, so that they've got the most searches, and it gives you, look, colouring books for adults, easy. So that would be the name of your book. Do you know what I mean? And there's some great ones there in the middle which are both green, which is fantastic. Colouring books for retirement, yeah. You know, Zen colouring books for adults, colouring books for grown-ups. That's an interesting one, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Now, the power of Publisher Rocket is really immense, okay? And, you know, it does cost, it's $97, but it's a one-off payment. Yeah, it's not this one of these monthly things you pay it once. Yeah, I paid for mine 4 years ago, and I've still got it today, and I still use it all the time. Yeah. Now, when I got it, you know, I could also claim it back through my taxes. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a marketing tool. So, you know, you could get it for, you know, $97, and then when it comes to tax time, you know, you can kind of claim it back off your taxes. You know what I mean? So, you know, you could potentially do that. Anyway, it's a fantastic tool, and you should maybe go and check it out. What I'm doing here is I'm just going through and taking out all the ones that are pants. Do you know what I mean? I could probably delete them, but I'm just sort of showing you for the sake of this video. And then what you can do is just go through them all, and any of the ones that you like, any of the good ideas, you know, you create books around. It really is as simple as that. I would always make a green your title of your book. Yeah, and then, you know, your green yellows or your yellow greens could be in your metadata, you know, in your 7 keyword slots, okay? So it's only taken me 10 minutes to get some fantastic keywords for making colouring books. So why don't you go and check it out, mate?
So if you simply follow the method which I have shown you in this video, you're always going to have a great chance of finding great keywords, which will hopefully get you in front of customers, which will then translate into sales for you. If you found this video useful, please leave it a like and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will get back to you. Now, if you have a look at this video, I think that you would enjoy this too, so go and check it out. And until next time, bye.